Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it is Speed Duel Sunday. So, the day that we normally set aside for Speed Duel, which has kind of been like every day so far for the most part. So kind of a special deck. This one was already on the docket, and then actually ended up also being requested, which was kind of cool. But what we're gonna do is it's the third competitive Tier 2 Speed Duel Elemental Heroes. And this time I want to revisit the skill card, the right hero for the job. Now, the right hero for the job does some amazing things. Real quick, let's find out about activation. Flip this over when you activate this. So, of course, this is going to stay a secret right up until you use it. Once per duel during the main phase, you can shuffle one elemental hero monster card that you control back into your main deck to special summon a level 4 or lower elemental hero monster from the main deck with a different name than the shuffled card. So, what does this mean? It means that we're going to abuse this, and also we are going to set up what we think is going to be one of our better heroes. And by this, what I'm saying is we're going for the versatility because we need, the right hero for the job. No? Okay. Silence for the puns. Got it. To start off, we're going to use a card that I kind of stayed away from for a while. But is also pretty cool. We're going to use the elemental hero Blaze Man. So this guy's really cool for a couple of reasons. First, he's like 12 by 18. So like if you had to absolutely set in pass turn, he has a higher chance than most to survive that round with his 1800 defense. But it's the effect that really kicks us. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add polymerization from the deck to the hand. End effect. Okay, so immediately we have a polymerization searcher. We know that we're going to be able to use reinforcement of the army, albeit at 1, in order to search him out. So again, we're going to thin the deck by playing to go get him. We're going to thin the deck further by having played him. And it says normal or special summon, guys. So when we eventually, because I'm going to be using Hero Lives, we can start our turn with Hero Lives, put the Blaze Mane on the field, get our polymerization out of the hand, then invoke our skill card, the right hero for the job, to immediately flash into another hero so that we could set up our fusions even faster, be a little more aggressive. I would love to see this guy get just like a tad, just a hair better. But he is going to be better once we get more of the attributal elemental heroes into the game. The rest of his effect: during the main phase, you can activate this effect. If you do, you cannot special summon monsters for the remainder of the turn except fusion. Also, send one elemental hero monster card from the deck to the graveyard except Blaze Man. If you do, this card's attribute, attack, and defense become the same as the monster sent to the graveyard until the end of this turn. You can only use one effect per turn, and only once that turn. So for the most part, when I'm playing him for the polymerization. When you guys are playing him, you may play him in a more Blaze Man-centric beatdown, at which point you guys really need to take into consideration can gain the attack, at which point you could be talking about Blade Edge and elevating him to just past, major cards like Dark Magician and being able to immediately swing over with that. And that's before we talk about anything else. So guys, expect a tier 1 and a tier 2 build where I actually focus around Blaze Man coming up, because I might as well make a week worth of elemental hero decks because you guys love them and I enjoy playing them too. So that's fun. Going into some of the other monsters, I am going to be using 2 copies of Burstinatrix. You will notice Avion is, of course, missing. I will also be using 3 copies of Sparkman, and if I were to give you guys a little foreshadowing, the reasoning here is Sparkman is usable in, I don't know, about half of the fusions we currently have for elemental heroes. So think about that, but don't think too hard. It is what it is. And then we're going to round it up with 3 Goddess of the Third Eye, again being a fusion substitution monster. This will still give us access to Flame Wingman here, and over here the rest of our extra deck for the most part. It's just all right there. And again, this is going to be 3, 7. That's going to be 10 cards, so that's not bad. We are going to go ahead and add 2 copies Hero Lives. I did promise it was going to be in here. Again, since I want to search out my polymerization and get to fusing just as fast as possible, playing Hero Lives for Blaze Man, yeah, it costs half my life points, but what I'm really doing is setting into my skill without my normal summon, setting into my skill, getting our boy to the field, and then swapping him out afterward to get probably to Sparkman or what have you. Because again, Goddess with the third eye is maxed at 3. So again, my fusion substitution should go off without a hitch. Remainder of the spells are going to look pretty similar, guys. Got a Book of Moon, got a Cosmic Cyclone. We got a Night Beam. Again, I apologize for that. Again, these would be, I'm playing these as singles for the 3 of portion of the list. I do have the Offerings to the Doomed. Again, I like to run these plus Shrink to copy where I would normally put Book of Moon. We will be using 2 copies polymerization because, again, we do need to get it. You could run it at 1, but then you don't run the chance of having 2 fusions should the game stretch further than just a few turns. The single copy reinforcement of the army, again, this time makes way more sense than adding Zoma or Jinzo or another card that I have forgotten the name of for the moment. I do apologize. And then, of course, my Shrink to bring this up to a 20-card main build. And again, 20 cards. Again, I'm just going with what's going to give you guys the best ratios to try to get you guys into your strategies just as fast as possible. Because, again, not only do I do this normally in Tier 1 plays, but this is Tier 2 now. So, Tier 2 builds, you guys want to be taking these to locals. You want to be taking these to the regional events, the YCSs, and anything else that allows you to show off your dueling skills. And I want to set you guys up with probably the best routes of doing this. So just real quick, that is the main deck. If you guys give us a second, we'll go ahead and we'll transition over into the side and extras. Additionally, if you guys are on like a tablet or a cellular device, maybe go ahead and screenshot. Otherwise, I would encourage you guys to, just kind of pause the video and make some notes. I kind of left their names, for the most part, viewable. Sorry, I'm getting excited, getting ahead of myself. My tongue is trying to get 3 words ahead of me. So yeah, do that real quick, and I'll be right back with the rest. Un momento. All right, a small pause and a phone silence later. We're back with the extra deck. So guys, how cool is it that I'm not going to be using Thousand Eyes Restrict, Cyberblader, or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon? We're actually going to be using all heroes. So first up, we need to, again, accentuate the fact that, Sparkman is as boss as he is. So we're going to start with Darkbright. Now, first things first, all elemental hero fusions must be fusion summoned. So Waking the Dragons is never going to work on these guys. Additionally, this is going to be a substitute of Necroshade plus Sparkman. If this card attacks defense monsters, inflict piercing. If it attacks, change to defense at the end of the damage step. And if this card is destroyed, target a monster that the opponent controls and destroy the target. So, Darkbright, kind of a cool character. Definitely one of my favorite looking fusions. Again, you got to get the Flame Wingman, again, because we did add Burst Tricks in here. And again, just the way that Flame Wingman's always going to do. When it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, we get to inflict damage to the opponent equal to the attack the destroyed monster has in the graveyard. So the bigger it is and the more disadvantage we put it out with things like Book of Moon and or Shrink, the better it is for us. Because we will be able to, again, run it over and deal more battle damage with a guaranteed aftershock from the effect. Again, we added Burstinatrix and Blazeman in here so we could get into one of our attributal heroes. This is, again, where I think Blazeman's going to shine later. This is just going to be an elemental hero plus any fire. So, again, yeah, this one's not going to be like a goddess target, but Sparkman could definitely still go into this with either Blaze or Burst, or Blaze and Burst can just do it by themselves. Must be fusion summon like normal, and again, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you get to draw a card. So again, being 2,600 points and a small draw engine, not shabby at all. Next up, we've got the Plasma Vice. This will be Spark plus Blade. If attacks defense, inflict pierce. Additionally, you can discard 1 card, target 1 attack position monster the opponent controls, destroy the target. So, let's say, for an instance, and let me find it. I know he's still sitting here on the table. Let's say the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon just happens to be on the other side of the table because maybe you guys are unfortunate and you're playing me and you destroyed my Waking the Dragon. If you guys play your Plasma Vice, you could go ahead and just discard a card. And yeah, big obstacle suddenly not even there. So very good stuff there. We do want to include Rampart Blaster because, again, we do have the Fusion Substitute Goddess. So we might as well lean into Burst Intertrix a little bit. If you guys don't want to do this, playing the Rampart Blaster, definitely just go ahead and run a second copy of Nova. We got them in the same box, or no, this was GX1. This is the second GX, this midterms. So again, as long as you've gotten some of the stuff from GX, you should have both of these cards. This would, again, normally be Clay plus Burst. Can attack directly while in defense. If it does, apply its attack for the damage calculation, and attack will be half during damage calculation only. So you can either put up a very cool 2,000 monster, or you can put it in defense at 2,500, be able to tank most monsters in the game while being able to dish out 1,000 points. And again, that 1,000 points is not shabby when you remember we're in Speed Duel. And another thing is, if you attack and your opponent has that Wall of Disruption, your guy's in defense. So he's not actually going to lose value, but anybody who's in attack is going to lose value based on him. So there's that too. There is that too. And then again, one of my favorite early game like hero fusions, the Thunder Giant. So it's Spark plus Clay or Spark plus the Goddess. Again, once per turn, discard one card. Target a monster on the field with an original attack less than the attack of this card. Destroy that card. So again, as long as there's something smaller than him, even if it's been equipped out the wazoo like Mahavilo, you're still able to go ahead and take it and send it straight to the discard pile. So again, I love heroes. There's always a hero for the job. Get it? Get it? That was round 2 of the pun, guys. Come on. No? All right, tough crowd. Moving on to the side deck, I do have my other Cosmic Cyclone here for my third 3s. I do have my third Polymerization just in case you need to lean more into the Fusion. And then again, I'm still going to be carrying my Lost Winds and my Walls of Disruption because it's just generically good. And if you're playing up against somebody else who also happens to be going full heroes, these are going to be just crazy. And again, since it's a 20-card main deck, you're talking about a 5% chance. You put 2 of these in, it's a 10% chance. It's crazy. Just to draw a single copy of it, and then knowing that you're going to get to resolve Lost Wind twice per card is, again, just pretty insane. So, guys, this is the main, the side, the extra. This is all of the things. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have, do consider supporting the channel. Join up like everybody else has been doing lately. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Otherwise, a like and a comment. A like and a comment goes a long way. Means everything. Guys, I want you to request what decks you guys want to see in the comments. It's the easiest way to get a comment. And then also have me make something that you know you're going to enjoy. Is just to ask. Seriously, I'll do it. Because if it's fun and it's in Speed Duel, and you guys got to remember this too, I have a playset of just about everything in Speed Duel, minus some cards that were just higher rarities from the original booster sets. So if you guys can think about it, I could probably build it. So all of that said, guys, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for always stopping by. Thanks for always coming and watching my videos. And just do me a favor, okay? Just one. Don't have to do any of the other things. Go out, enjoy the rest of your day. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the next video, all right? See you later, my friends.